Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into another video. Today we're talking about the brand new Storm Summit. Let's talk about that right after this. All right, boys and girls, as I mentioned before, today we're talking about the brand new Storm Summit. It is the newest of the installation in the Storm line. It is a strong hybrid symmetrical bowling ball, and they're saying it is the strongest symmetrical piece that they have ever released. So I'm really looking forward to seeing that going down the lanes. We're going to be testing it today on a 41-foot typical house shot, and I also have out the 2023 PBA LBC Bowling Championship Pattern. That is out here. I'm actually bowling in that on Saturday, so I figured I'd put it out, and why not test that new Summit on that pattern. So again, before we do, if you like this shirt, if you like any of the jerseys you see in any of my videos, make sure you go to iambowling.com, get yourself a brand new jersey. You can use my promo code down here, FireOut07. You can use that, save yourself 20% off of your apparel order on I Am Bowling. You can also get some Storm products off of there. And then also make sure you stop into your local VIP Pro Shop. Check out these box. We got some brand new balls that are coming out for Bowl Expo. Most of them haven't been released yet. We know 3 of them as of right now. I hope to make a video once we get all of those releases and we're able to maybe sit down and break them down. One thing I am going to let you guys know is I have scheduled surgery. It is for my left shoulder. That is July 21st. So I would say anticipate, after July 21st, that might be down and out from making new content. So hopefully come late August, early September, I'll start to be getting in those videos here again. But in about a month and a half, I'm going to be down and out. Sorry about that, guys. But again, let's get back into it. Let's check out this Storm Summit.
All right, so let's talk about this Storm Summit. So first of all, and the most important thing, this ball's scent is Snickerdoodle. It does smell like Snickerdoodle, so if you're looking for a ball that smells like Snickerdoodle, this is it. Anyways, this ball comes out of box at 3,000. The cover of this ball is the TX23. This is the first time this cover has ever been used. However, this cover is a variation of the one that you see on the Phaze 2, which we will see a little bit later. The Phaze 2 cover is TX16 because it was made in 2016. The cover of this one is the TX23 because it was made in 23. However, again, they're similar, but also very different. So we'll talk about the TX16 a little bit later when we cover the Phaze 2. The core in this ball is a centripetal HD AI core. This is the first time this core has ever been used. However, this is also a variation of the very popular and very successful centripetal core in the IQ series. Now, the AI in this name stands for amplified inertia. So basically what this ball does is it creates a little bit more torque than what those IQ cores create, and it therefore gives you a little bit more torque with this ball as opposed to when you're throwing the IQs. Now, because both of these are variations from very successful, very popular balls in the Phaze 2 and the IQ Tour, this is 2 great balls basically combined into one, and it looks really, really good going down the lane. RG in this ball is 246, differential is 056, so what this tells me is it's a very early rolling and maybe just a touch slower rolling down lane of a bowling ball. So we're going to get one more shot in here with this Summit. While we're doing that, I'm going to start talking about the Phaze 2. The Phaze 2, the very popular and very important scent of the Phaze 2 is Red Velvet Cake. This is actually one of my favorite smelling balls. So it does smell very, very good. This ball also comes out of box at 3,000. The cover on this, as I mentioned before, is TX16. This is the only time the TX16 cover has ever been used. The core in this Phaze 2 is a Velocity, as always. The Velocity core does come with all of the Phaze series. It was used 10 times, both stateside and overseas. And this is obviously, arguably, one of the most successful bowling balls that Storm has ever made in the Phaze 2. And also, arguably one of the most successful balls also of all time is the IQ Tour. So again, as I was talking about before, we're taking the core of the IQ Tour, we're taking the cover of the Phaze 2, combining it into one, we get the Storm Summit. As you can see, I am throwing some really not so great shots here. I am working on some timing issues that I'm having, so that's why you're kind of seeing some bad shots here. I should have mentioned that beforehand, but again, you will be seeing some fairly bad shots. But so now normally I would kind of talk about a little bit more ball reaction, but I'm gonna phase out my last part of talking to you guys in front of the camera, and I'm just gonna do this. And then you won't have to see my face again, so you're welcome about that. But so my first impressions of the Storm Summit, as we're going to continue to watch the Phaze 2 going down the lane twice more, and then we're going to get back to the Summit on the PBA LBC pattern. But my first impressions of the Storm Summit was that out of box at that 3000 cover. Now remember, this is a hybrid ball as well. It's not a straight solid like the Phaze 2, but out of box for me at this 3000 cover level, it was too strong for a league shot. I almost got, kind of what I saw out of the DNA or like the gem on a league shot. It was just kind of like almost wet dry a little bit more on the league shots. But it was also too weak on this PBA LBC pattern. So this PBA LBC pattern is about 28, 29 mils of oil. A lot of oil. But again, this was too weak. However, since shooting this video, I have made some surface adjustments, and the ball does respond very, very well to surface adjustments. Also, like that Phaze 2 responds really, really well to surface adjustments. This ball is going to be a benchmark piece. I think I could see you guys building around this ball really, really well. I think this is probably a ball that I'm going to build my arsenals around as well. So this is going to stand out as benchmark balls. One thing that I'm going to add into my reviews here is how long I'm going to predict the shelf life of this bowling ball. So how long until this bowling ball is discontinued. Now you get bowling balls that have long shelf lives, like the High Road or the Phaze 2, the IQ Tour, and you're also going to get balls that don't have a long shelf life. The shelf life for this one I'm going to predict is going to be about a year. So you're going to have a year to buy this one. It's going to look pretty good. I predict that there are going to be a lot of people that throw this one. I predict that you're going to see it on TV a lot. However, I think it's only going to be around for a year. So thank you guys for watching the Storm Summit video, and stay tuned for the hustle that is coming up next.